What's good, y'all? Your boy Mecca back with another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to the disaster of Travis Scott's record label. I knew he had a record label. I don't know what it's called. I don't remember. But the reason why I wanted to watch this video because it has Sofago in it, and on the wall on the thumbnail, and also had Don Toliver. And I recently did a video reacting to Sofago and how his album completely flopped, went aluminum foil. And I also heard about Don Toliver and how Don Toliver has been faking his views on YouTube or faking his comments on YouTube. And apparently they're both signed by Travis Scott, so this should definitely be interesting. I want to know how all these things have come together. Before I get into the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe. Don't forget to let me know what you want me to react to next. And without further ado, I'm gonna get into the video.
What's poppin', y'all? Travis Scott's record label Cactus Jack has been having
a
terrible week, littered with poorly performing albums, alleged fake views by the millions to one of his artists, and the last one releasing, but I wouldn't have known about it had I not been working on this video. Cactus Jack was started by Travis Scott in 2017 as his own label to sign artists and producers. We're going to focus specifically on artists for the sake of this video. The first attempted signee, while we haven't gotten whether or not it was
this is also by Hello Yasin. He really goes into like depth with this. Shout out to Hello Yasin for real, because he really goes into depth about this music shit for real. Like you could tell this man really do his research. Like he not giving out subpar quality, bro. Shout out to him.
Smokepurpp. He was in the studio with Travis Scott. He had a song.
Oh, Smokepurpp. We all know the story with Smokepurpp
called Fingers Blue. But he would soon be out.
And I'm turning into a meme.
Travis signed the first person he genuinely claimed brought out as openers to his shows and festivals and more, that being Sheck Wes. Sheck Wes was signed in early 2018 while Mo Bamba was
when that Mo Bamba shit was going crazy.
By Cactus Jack, Good Music, and Interscope. This is where things need some simplifying. All of Cactus Jack's signees, while on the same label and underneath Travis Scott,
damn, is it raining?
Different labels.
It looked like it's raining. They turned up and it's raining.
An actual label that has a direct deal with distribution for all of its artists, or with its own distribution, similar to Quality Control, who Lil Baby, the Migos, and Yachty are on. They team up with Motown and have an exclusive deal for all of their artists to be distributed through Motown. Cactus Jack doesn't have an exclusive distro deal with any label. So Sheck Wes was jointly signed to Good Music and Cactus Jack, but they opted to have him distributed and supported by the major label Atlantic Records. This is important when we get to other individuals later. This was largely a success. For several months, Sheck Wes continued on a sky-high upward trajectory,
playing that one-ass song.
His debut album Mud Boy, slated for release in October of 2018. This was the lead-up to the release of Travis Scott's highly anticipated Astroworld album, during which he signed Houston rapper and artist Don Toliver to Cactus Jack, but distributed through Atlantic Records. This wasn't announced until after Astroworld released, with hidden vocals and feature from Don Toliver on the song Can't Say, that had fans in a storm of wonder and curiosity who the hell this new person was. Don was pretty much nobody at this time.
Yeah.
And this grew his
He kind of like became popping more like 2020 type
Sheck Wes
shit.
would also be featured as vocals on the song No Bystanders. He would release his album Mud Boy that didn't sell much, but was received decently by his niche fans. Travis Scott now had a solid core around him. Don Toliver had a breakout year in 2019, capitalizing excellently on
2019, you know, I said 2020, that's close enough.
Single after single, but eventually what would take off would be his song No Idea. Sheck Wes had a good look being placed on the DJ Snake song Enzo, featuring alongside Offset, 21 Savage, and Gucci Mane, but the rest of his releases in 2019 didn't do much of anything. Sadio Mane, a song honoring his homeland's hero football player, still sitting at 1.5 million streams. Years later, 3 years more, Losing My Mind is now sitting at over 5.6, which isn't bad, and YKTS, or You Know the Scouts, at nearly 10 million, which wouldn't be bad.
I mean, technically he has songs in.
These are sporadic, but none of these songs really ever made any dent or impact on an audience outside of Sheck Wes fans, some who may not have even heard of a song like Sadio Mane. But that was okay. He had bought plenty of time after dropping a smash hit like Mo Bamba, and there would be a big announcement coming soon. the first official Cactus Jack project, Jack Boys. This would drop in January of 2020 with features from Sheck Wes, Don Toliver, Pop Smoke, and more frequent collaborators of Travis Scott like Lil Baby, Quavo, Offset, and Young Thug. This was well received, both the music and commercial, selling 154K in the first week. It built up the hype for the release of Don Toliver's debut album, Heaven or Hell, in March.
I remember that.
That would feature both Cactus Jack members Travis Scott and Sheck Wes, among other mainstream features, selling around 44K first week and spawning multiple hits after No Idea, one of which being After Party, Cardigan, and Had Enough, through the help of TikTok. Don Toliver solidified himself as the main character on Cactus Jack after Travis Scott, while Sheck Wes took more of a supporting role, pretty much falling to the wayside at this point. In February of 2021, a new rapper would be added to the list at Cactus Jack.
Sofaygo.
He was a product of the new
You wanna dance with my nigga?
on TikTok, Knock Knock, taking off and was scooped up.
Knock knock.
His fans were excitedly awaiting his upcoming album Pink Hearts that was announced, but wouldn't be released until November 11th.
Way too long. Way too long.
Fans were exhausted by waiting. During this time frame, his underground rival Yeat had went from very small, way smaller than Sofaygo, blown up, had multiple hits go viral, lapped Sofaygo twice if not 3 times, and sell over 36K with his debut album. Expectations were high. Unfortunately for Sofaygo, when it finally came time to release his project, he would fall short commercially, failing to chart on the Billboard 200 albums charts of that week, meaning he sold underneath 7K and likely in the 5K range. This led to an army of Sofaygo fans and underground fans alike clowning him for waiting so long to release when they were begging him to drop, while his hype was much higher in 2021. You even saw quotes like Sofaygo escaped the underground just to come right back. Sofaygo's manager, Barry Hefner, would respond, saying that Sofaygo was independent. Yeah, bruh, he's fully indie. Never signed to a major. This album came out through STEM, indie distribution.
But didn't he sign with Cactus Jack?
Cactus Jack, and he's their only indie artist. Apple just loved Sofaygo and want to highlight him and what he was doing as an indie artist. Look, we're honest over here. This is true, but there is some embellishment of what's going on. Remember when I said that Cactus Jack is a label that teams up with another to distribute? That's the case here. He signed to Cactus Jack, but they haven't distributed him with a major label yet or signed with one. They did it through an independent distributor, which limits the reach that his album would get otherwise. Or if we're talking Don Toliver, the fishy views that he would get otherwise from Length. So he is indie on a technicality, but I definitely don't.
Because I'm assuming he's talking about
just wanted to
the fake
highlight
comments
him because they like what he's doing as an indie artist. No, it involves who's managing him, who his manager knows, his affiliation with Travis Scott, and many other elements that contribute to a look like that. Sofaygo would eventually cave into the comments and post on his alternate Instagram account saying the following: "Rather cut all you fake-ass half-supporters loose and rock with the people who really mess with
me. Ain't a lot of people
My
there.
fan base only gonna get stronger over the years.
There ain't a lot of people.
I'm already up financially. I don't need y'all. I just need my fans. I don't need critics telling me how to live my life or make my music. You go make $1 million then, since you know so much." A fan responds, "You make it hard to be a fan, bro." To which Sofaygo says, "Then don't be one. I don't speak much anymore because I know how you niggas like to flip narratives and play dumb."
This is the one thing that be pissing me off with artists is that they feel like
get greater and greater.
You see how like the nigga just be talking like, "I don't need none of y'all niggas." Imagine if like an actual established artist who really don't who really talk like this would actually went and talk like this. Like I'm thinking like a J. Cole or a Kendrick. You know what I'm saying? An established artist can go out and speak like this. And this is Sofaygo speaking like this. It's like these niggas be coming here thinking like they already on top of shit. You know what I'm saying? You flopped. You know what I'm saying? You flopped, my nigga. Like damn. Like, and it's not like, it's not even, not trying to be disrespectful, but your fans are critical of you because they're fans of you. Real fans would be critical of you. Fake fans are just gonna support you no matter what, but real fans will support you no matter what, but also be critical of you. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say.
Pick a side. You gonna be a supporter or a hater? Well, with the commercial results of this album, it looks like his haters were the one.
That's what I'm saying. Talking about, I don't need no you niggas. It don't look like you got a lot of niggas on your side.
Genuinely fans of his, and they're voicing their frustration. They waited almost 2 years, maybe even more, for you to release a project, and it sold poorly because you didn't capitalize on your hype. Perhaps there are behind-the-scenes reasons for why you weren't able to do that, which I don't believe is the case. I think it was Sofego holding himself back. They're frustrated and voicing their frustration because
they're fans and they're disappointed.
I dislike
because they had higher expectations of you
to just blindly follow, obey, and support any and every decision that they make. This is very Kid Cudi-esque behavior, and it's understandable for Sofego. He's young, he's new to the game, and this is likely the first wave of hate he's ever gotten. And used to people just saying he's an amazing artist, he's next up, etc., etc. It's hard for them to be a fan because when they're trying to support you on social media, they're getting clowned by other fans of artists who are your peers or competitors or even supposed to be beneath you in popularity. Like, imagine being a Sofego active fan on Twitter.
You're getting clowned up and down.
Playboi Carti's label are clowning you because you're getting almost no new music, while Ken Carson and Destroy Lonely are feeding them. So you cope and say, don't worry, watch what Sofego does on the charts when he finally does drop.
You're getting clowned.
When Sofego
your mention's getting blown up on Twitter immediately.
Than the rappers who were consistently releasing that are supposedly underground. So your fans have zero ammo to defend themselves with now. I just think Sofego is so self-absorbed, not an insult. The majority of artists are this way. To even think about how his fans feel, which isn't a fair exchange. They're going to war for you every day on the digital battlefield, and their generals leaving them without direction, food, or weapons. I sent out
that's some real shit though.
Sofego's album sales.
That's some real shit. That's well said.
Playboi Carti co-sign is stronger than Travis Scott's. While I will not walk this back, I do want to contextualize it a bit more. Playboi Carti stands are very cult-like and much smaller than Travis Scott fanbase. Despite him not having done a feature publicly for any of his artists or had them appear on any of his projects or songs, Playboi Carti that is, they accumulated a strong base of listeners. Travis Scott is such a bigger brand and artist and such a wider range of fans that he needs to do something public to make his cosign official. That isn't just signing someone or being seen in a photo with them on Fashion Week.
Type shit. I feel you. I feel
Don
you.
Toliver,
I understand.
Didn't have a rollout with a feature on a Travis Scott album. He did come in with his own hit, which Don Toliver didn't. But I'm willing to say that his Cactus Jack cosign has yet to do much for him, which is why we should cut him some slack for the commercial performance. I listened to his project Pink Hearts and thought it was solid. Similar to what I predicted when I said he was definitely going to polish up his music to prepare it for more mainstream listeners. Everything sounded more professional. Was it worth the wait? I can't be the one to answer that because I wasn't anticipating it like his fans.
I mean, I wasn't anticipating that shit too. I just heard that nigga flop. I was like, God damn.
The music video had very suspicious views. I did an entire video on Atlantic Records and their fake view allegations that you can check out on the top right cards or the description comments.
Niggas faking their views.
Comments filled with bots, almost nothing but bots. 7.1 million views on the first day, 7.8 the second day, and pretty much no views have increased since then. Well over a week. Nobody was really paying attention to this release or talking about it other than the allegations regarding the views. As an artist who allegedly, now we must take it into question, sold 71,000 copies with his last album, Life of a
You look kind of like Sandman,
These
low
are
key.
horrific numbers.
Don Toliver, low key. You know.
Who knows what his future?
For niggas,
will
you
look like
know,
now.
you know Sandman. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
He actually released a song on December 1st that I would not have known about if I wasn't making this video. The song is titled Pain. Go check it out if you would like. Me personally, there has been zero development in Sheck West music since 2018, and this song is evidence of that. He released another song, LFG, on October 28th that is still yet to even crack 500,000 streams on Spotify, despite rolling that song out with an Aiden Ross stream to over 100,000 people watching concurrently.
And you got an Aiden Ross
cosign. Say that
cosign.
It's over for Sheck Wes as a solo
And niggas still
career.
ain't listen to it.
It doesn't seem like he really cares much with his lack of output the past 3 years. He has a timeless hit with Mo Bamba that he can always perform. But we'll have to see whether or not he shows up on potentially the next Cactus Jack project, which we have no notice of, or Utopia to be certain. One thing is for sure is the PR and image of Travis Scott's Cactus Jack looks terrible the past 2 weeks. He has to be cognizant of this and taking steps or adjusting steps to mend this damage to the brand. If anyone was faking views, it would be Atlantic, not Travis Scott. But the brand is Cactus Jack, so it soils that, and that is what people associate Don Toliver with, Cactus Jack, not Atlantic Records. Sheck Wes seems to be nearly forgotten about by most Cactus Jack fans and doesn't really have any expectations to uphold. However, Sofego, who once said something along the lines of "stop calling him underground, he took over and is now onto the mainstream," well, if you're in the mainstream, you're going to need to put up numbers, hits, or both. It's nowhere near over for him. It's still the beginning. But if he takes another 2-year break before releasing again, it's most definitely lights out.
I didn't know that all this was tied into Travis Scott's label. I didn't even really know that these niggas were particularly signed to Travis Scott. So that's interesting. I do know that Don Toliver be working with Travis Scott, but now that I see that they're all like in one label, then that actually makes sense to me. Now that actually makes sense to me because their sound is very similar. The heavy auto-tune type of sound, that type of sound. It makes sense, now thinking about it. So Fago, like I said, it's so cringy when artists like nowadays, I'm telling you, like artists nowadays, they just be feeling so entitled, bro. They don't feel like they don't gotta work for shit. That's the shit that be like getting me. Is like, bro, how the fuck are you gonna be talking at your fans talking about some I don't need you niggas? What the hell? That shit's just weird. Cause like, what the hell, like, bro? And hello, y'all seen like Explained It Best, bro. These niggas are riding for you, bro. Riding for you, like they're expecting the best from you. They're Sofego stand accounts who are getting clowned because they're Sofego stand accounts, and that's why they're getting mad at you because like, bro, I want to be a stan. I want to have a stan account without getting flamed, and I keep getting flamed because you're putting out nothing. You're giving the people nothing. You're flopping so bad. You're making headlines for flopping so bad. And I'm out here on Twitter defending you like a warrior. I am a Sofego warrior, wounded warrior. And you giving us nothing, bro. And you have the audacity to be like, I don't need none of y'all niggas. Bro, that's what I said. Like real fans and fake fans. Like some fake fans, they gonna fuck with your music, but it's like they're never gonna criticize you. But a real fan will want the best from you. And they see what you're capable of. So they're disappointed when you're not meeting their expectations, if you get what I'm saying. But that was definitely an interesting video. Let me know what you guys thought about it in the comments down below. Let me know what you want me to react to next. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. All right, peace.